Hey everyone. So I was just doing my normal thing. I was scrolling through Facebook Marketplace, scrolling through OfferUp, and a Facebook post came up about a guy mentioning he was using Nextdoor to pick up games, which I thought was interesting and probably a good idea since I feel like Nextdoor is a different type of target audience versus Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp. So I went ahead and made a post, and someone got back to me, and they said they had some stuff in a storage locker and that they can check it after Christmas. And so I waited a good month, and they finally got back to me and asked if I was interested in PlayStation 2 and Xbox games. And I don't really collect for those systems, but there are some PlayStation 2 games that are nostalgic for me, so I said, yeah, sure, send me what you got. And she sent more than Xbox and PlayStation stuff. And she gave me photos, and she had a lot of really good stuff. And so I made an offer, and I made her I did a lot of research because I didn't want to lowball her. And she ended up throwing in some stuff that made the deal much better than it should have been. But I offered her 55% of what the price starting value was. And this was just for the games. And she threw in the systems, this Virtual Boy, and other things for free, which I wasn't sure I was going to get. So I'm going to try to go through everything pretty quickly so this video isn't too long. But this was a pretty big haul. I paid a lot for it, but overall, I mean, it was originally half of what price charting was until she threw in the systems and the Virtual Boy. So yeah, let's go through everything pretty quickly. So we have a boxed Sega Genesis with Sonic 2 in there, as well as complete in box Thunder Force 3 Generations Lost, which is pretty cool. Going to the Game Boy, we have that beautiful Pokemon Red. I think it's Sword of Hope and Final Fantasy Adventure there as well, with the Game Boy, which is in beautiful condition, and Alienator's Evolution, which is complete. Don't think it's worth that much, but the box looks cool. Also, excuse my very shaky hand right now. This is a crazy pickup. So we have this Virtual Boy with 2 games, Galactic Pinball Mario Tennis. So this is really cool. This was not included originally. I did not know she had this. I have seen this, but I've never used one. So I'm gonna, before I sell it, I'm definitely gonna play with it a little bit. It looks really cool. So going to the Xbox, it's boxed, has 4 games. Pretty cool. I never really owned an Xbox. I'm probably just gonna end up selling it off and trying to recoup my money back. So also, before I go too deep, I will at the end tell you what I'm gonna keep or try to keep and what I'm trying to sell. So we got this OG PlayStation with the power cord. No AV cable, but that's not a big deal. And then here are the games. So this is one I already organized for games I want to keep. This top row are games I want to keep, and the bottom row are games I'm looking to sell. So on the top row, really quick, we have Alundra, Castlevania, Jade Cocoon, Shadow Madness. Sorry if I'm not saying some of these names right, I can't really see it that much. Wild Arms, Legend of Mana, which is missing the manual, sadly. Actually, most of these games are kind of missing the manual, but I mean, I can't complain. Parasite Eve, the original Persona, and Suikoden 1 and Suikoden 2. Yeah, pretty big hitters on the PlayStation. I'm excited to try to keep those after I get my money back. And then some other ones, Final Fantasy, Metal Gear, Nightmare Creatures, Myst, can't really read what that other one is. I think it's Oddworld something, and some other games. So now on to the PS2, which is boxed, which is cool. But another cool tidbit is it says KB Toys. Who remembers KB Toys? It's pretty awesome. So the big title for the PlayStation 2 is X-Files. I think it's around a $50 game. Then some other titles I'm not really too knowledgeable about. Like I said, I didn't really play the PS2 that much. There are just some games that are pretty nostalgic to me, like Kingdom Hearts, which I'll probably keep. So now we have this stack of stuff, which is manuals. A little sneak peek of what we're going to get into, but we have 2 Pokemon manuals, which will probably go for a good amount. We have Yoshi's Story, GoldenEye, Shadows of the Empire, Banjo-Tooie, and then just a bunch of strategy guides. Yeah, probably going to sell these off because I want to buy Pokemon strategy guides, so this is going to help for that. Dreamcast, which wasn't originally, sorry, gotta creep over, originally included, I didn't know I was getting this. House of Dead, Shenmue, Blue Stinger, Time Stalkers. I don't know which of these I'm gonna keep. I might want to keep Shenmue, Blue Stinger, and House of Dead. Yeah, I kind of want to keep them all. but I might have to sell these off to keep off the expensive PlayStation 1 games. And so here's another crazy thing that I didn't know was included. Well, I knew the 64 stuff was included, but she actually had an expansion pack that is sealed. That is insane, with its price sticker. Let me tell you, it's not $30 anymore. Even for it used, it's not $30. So we have the 64, pretty dirty. I'll clean it up. And we have, let me creep over here again, some pretty good games. I mean, we have Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, we have Mario Kart, Star Fox 64, a Golden Ocarina of Time, Stadium, Pilot Wing. I mean, none of these games are really bad games. I think Star Wars is the cheapest one, but that's still a pretty fun game. And then this one is a pretty cool game. I think it has like a $50 price tag or something crazy. But yeah, before we get into the last part, which is my favorite part, and a lot of stuff I want to keep, everything here is in really good condition. It's pretty insane. So now to the last thing. So just a disclaimer, I don't even own a Super Nintendo, so I was just happy getting the game system, but some of these games are ridiculous. So before we get to the ridiculous games, let's go here. Here are, which are still pretty expensive games. We have the Yoshi's Island, Final Fantasy 3. We have Time Tracks, Super Mario World. Not sure what that game is right there. Oh, I'm showing the box. Oh, we have Pieces. We have Q*bert 3, Secrets of Mana, Solitaire, Super Mario All-Stars, Mystic Quest, Pinball, and Zelda Link to the Past. And then some strategy guides. Not strategy guides, instruction booklets. And then here are the big titles, which I want to keep, but I'm probably not going to be able to. It's too much. We have a boxed Super Nintendo and probably 6 of the top games on the console. We have Earthbound. I never thought I'd see this game. I really never thought I did. But I'm gonna play this. Unfortunately, I feel like I might have to sell this to get my money back. If not, I'll keep it for sure. We have Super Mario RPG. We have Super Metroid. We have Chrono Trigger as well. Harvest Moon, which is really expensive. I was surprised to see how much this game was worth. My girlfriend loves Harvest Moon, so I'll probably end up playing it in her honor. And then Secret of Evermore. So, let's go ahead and circle back to the top on stuff I want to keep. Ideally the Virtual Boy. It's really cool. It'd be a really cool display, but I don't think I can keep it. I don't think I'll be able to recoup the money, because all this top stack of PlayStation 1 games I want to keep, 100%. So that's the biggest thing. This box PlayStation 2 I want to keep. Hopefully I'm not covering the speaker. I have a PlayStation 2 Slim that I'm going to sell off and try to keep that. I'm going to try to keep these Dreamcast games. I'm going to sell these booklets and manuals. 64 games. I think I want to keep that Zelda game, the gold one, and that might be it. Might sell off the rest, and then sell off the 64 and the expansion pack, and then I want to try to keep this box console, the Super Nintendo, with the 6 games. So we'll see how all this goes. Maybe I'll make an update on everything that I was able to keep, but yeah, overall, well worth the money. Thank you for tuning in. All right, everyone, after about 5 days of cleaning and selling, I finally recouped my money back, and this is everything I am opting to keep. So I opted to keep this stuff because, one, I love PlayStation, I love PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1 because I grew up playing those games, and I didn't have one. And I've never played any of these games. I never owned a Super Nintendo or played any Super Nintendo games, so I thought it would be fitting to keep these. So let's quickly go over each thing. So we have this Superset Nintendo 64. It is not necessarily complete, so it has the, sorry for all the movement, it has the foam inside, and it has the system, and it has the game, but it's missing a lot of the manuals and everything, which, it's still pretty cool to have the box. So For the games, we have 3 really great titles: Chrono Trigger, Harvest Moon, and of course the big title Earthbound. Never played any of these games. I played Chrono Trigger a little bit on the DS, but I never ended up finishing it, so I'm excited to play each of these 3 games. Then over here we have a PlayStation 2 with a sweet little KB Toys sticker right there. Also not complete in box, but it has 1 manual, and the box is pretty cool. So now into the games, which are probably where a lot of the value is, similar to the Super Nintendo. We have, a lot of these don't have the manuals, but it's still pretty cool that most of them have the cover art and everything. And all of these games are like in pretty amazing condition. The labels on those are pretty sweet. The game discs for all these games are relatively scratchless. So starting at the top, we have Persona and Castlevania, 2 really great games, I assume, at least. I'm gonna give this one a try. Hopefully